So I just went back and forth with a camp here in Atlanta, and it's clear we're not dealing with the same God. If it wasn't clear before, and it was clear before, but it's really clear now. I guess because the Most High has increased my wisdom and knowledge, right? To where like now, like I already knew this, but it's crystal clear now. They don't work for us. It's crystal clear. And we was predominantly talking about Jacob's trouble. And I'm like, hey, we're out of Jacob's trouble. Have we not been through trouble for the past 1,000 years? And their energy, the way how they were communicating, it was like, no, we're gonna go through Jacob's trouble. This is gonna happen to us. This is gonna happen to us. This is gonna happen to us. And their energy was kind of like they want it to happen, kind of like they HATE us, like Esau. So their energy was like one of the Gentile nations and the Edomites. Like, I'm like, dude, we've been through Jacob's trouble. They would just like it was like the weirdest thing, because they were just like firm on us going through Jacob's trouble. Like that was gonna happen, trouble.
Okay. Hey, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I'm gonna give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakadash. Double honors to all the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And salutations to all the Akim and Aqua tuning in and listening. This is Daniel Agah from the Great Millstone, Chicago camp. And I was just watching that. Man, these Jakes, man. The Lord gonna kill these niggas, man. And this is just a response video to that. A lot of our people, man, we've been in America too fucking long, man. The men here are completely weak, especially Jake, and especially in the Israelite community. Jake communities, it's a matriarch. A lot of these dudes completely been ran over by their women, raised by their mamas, and I'm not saying everybody that was raised by their mama. But, the Lord really dealing with you if you come into this truth and you came from a single parent household and you was able to grasp this truth. That means the Lord loves you and he was dealing with you. But a lot of these Jakes are just gone, man. This is Isaiah 30 and 10. I'm going to start at 9. Isaiah chapter 30 and 9. No, I'm going to start at 8. Isaiah 30 and 8. Now go write it before them in a table, and note it in a book, that it may be for the time to come forever and ever, that this is a rebellious people, lying children that will not hear the law of Yahweh, which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not, unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceit. And these niggas been here before, man. These type of Jakes been here. They was the same Jakes, giving the prophets a hard time and back then, our past lives, man. These Jakes don't want to hear it, man. They just, because why? Because when you hear this word, it forces you to change, man. Now you have to be accountable. Jacob's trouble. Yeah, you right. You damn right we going into Jacob's trouble. And they don't want to hear that because they know that's throwing a monkey wrench in everything they got going on. Their whole world is crashing down around them, man. The Lord is stopping all that shit. All your plans of what you thought you was gonna be, what you think you finna do. The Lord busting all that shit up. You know, and these Jakes don't want it. These Jakes are fucking soft, man. And that was it's funny, but no, it ain't funny. That's really a vexation to my spirit, man. Because a lot of our men are completely effeminized, man. I wouldn't be surprised if that dude was a sodomite, man. And these the type of motherfuckers that's out here, man. A lot of you niggas are gonna fucking die, bro. Isaiah 30:11. Get you out of the way. Turn aside out of the path. Cause the Holy One of Israel to cease from before us. And this is what these Jakes be saying, man. They want us to move. They want us out the way. Because why? Because so they can continue in their wickedness. You know, they don't want to be accountable. They don't want to be a fucking man. The Lord causes us telling us to be a fucking man. And we got to deal with shit. They don't want to hear that. See, yeah. And he keep talking about Jacob's trouble. You right. And you know, we got to get right. If you want to be protected, you want to have a covering, you got to change. You got to get right. You got to conform to Yahweh. And you got to be a fucking man. You got to own up to shit. And Jakes don't want to hear that, man. Well, I was thinking, I just lost my train of thought. Salakia. Let's go to Amos chapter 9. It's Amos 5:10. They hate him that rebuketh in the gate. They abhorred him that speaketh uprightly. You know. And, you know, they hate it, you know. They don't want to hear rebuke. Our people, you know, rebellious, man. You know. And it's actually pretty sad, man. Because really Jacob's trouble is our way out of here. Yeah, it's going to be gruesome. Got a lot of death. But at the end of Jacob's trouble, hey, our kingdom starts, man. Jake don't want rulership, man. Jake has a problem with that. Jake like it here, man. You 2/3. Y'all like it here. You know? And it's sad, man. Homeborn slave. Jeremiah chapter 2:14. Is Israel a servant? Is he a homeborn slave? Why is he spoiled? You know, because we've been in Babylon too long, man. You know, the enchantments of Esau. You know, all this shit. The the Willie Lynch letters, and we still feel it. We still in effect to that. You know, Jake is weak. Kind of remind me of the Wizard of Oz, which was a spiritual movie. You know, brothers went into that. You know, that lion of the Wizard of Oz. You saw how weak and soft he was. That's an Israelite man. Me speaking as a man, that's shit. That's what the Israelite man is in today's term. You know, he completely forgot who he was. Completely forgot who he was. Lost. You threw, man. Spoiled. You know. But the Lord is waking us up, man. You know, the Lord is making us remember who we are, man. This Jake is lost, man. You know. And you know, we love our people, but at the same time, hey, you Jake gotta go, man. And that type of spirit is not needed. You know, in a building this spiritual temple, man. We building in Yahushua. That spirit, that weak ass spirit is gonna perish throughout the earth. That shit is gonna perish, man. You know? I'm gonna read and ultimately, man, it's frustrating, you know, but that's okay, you know. Let's go to Ephesians. And this is just a quick one, just a response to that, because this is Ephesians chapter 5 and 15. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil. Wherefore be ye not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Lord is. And that's somebody who don't know the will of the Lord, man. You know, we gonna have to enter through much tribulation to enter to the kingdom, Salakia. You know, much tribulation, man. You know, but at the end of the day, what is that doing? That's actually making us stronger. You know, we're growing. You see, those that take hold to Yahushua is growing. You know, and you see these jakes that's pussyfooting around and thinking you gonna come up another way, trying to ignore it. You niggas act like a fucking woman, man. Just because, and that's how women act. Just because you don't believe it and you want to somehow ignore it, you think that it's not going to come to pass. This is Romans 3:3. For what if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make their faith of God without effect? Make the faith of God without effect. You know, the Lord don't give a damn about your emotions, man. You know, the Lord is going to carry out his will. Whether you agree with it, whether you feel some type of, the Lord don't give a damn, man. His ways are not your ways. His thoughts are not your thoughts. You know, Jacob's trouble is needed. Look at you niggas, man. I couldn't even, I watched the video before, but I couldn't even hit it. I can't. It's to the point I'm tired of Jake complaining. These soft-ass Jakes in the world, like, you know, the Lord got all the answers to what we need, man. You know, and these Jakes, man, they believe that they got it all figured out. You know, very prideful, don't know shit. You know. And ultimately, the Lord is going to do away with a lot of these guys, man. You know, because now that dude heard the word of the Lord. Now he's marked. So this is a dangerous thing, man. You know, not just him. There's a lot of guys like that. You know. But ultimately, man, I'm focused on the elect, man. You know. I'm focused on feeding the flock. Those that can receive this, man. I'm not worried about these niggas that don't believe, man. You know, y'all in the way. You know. Just let me go back to that Amos 9. This is Amos chapter 9, verse 10. All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us. In that day I will raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof, and I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old. You know? And this is what's going on now. Hey, man, you Jace, that weak-ass spirit is not needed. You know? And building up the tabernacles of David. The tabernacles of David is being built up, you know, by us preaching this truth, man. The Lord is doing something, man. So you bucking up against the will of the Lord, man. Hey, you ain't right, man. You know, it's going to be a lot of death and bloodshed. You know, Christianity really destroyed our people, man. America, this all this shit, man. Our people are fucked up to where they don't want rulership, man. Because really, and I said this, man, Jacob's trouble, you know, is to begin. Hey, this shit got, how we going to get to the kingdom, man? This place got to come down. Esau's kingdom got to come down, man. It ain't just our trouble. All this shit. This is Jacob's trouble going to usher in the missiles. You know, destruction has to come here to this place. You like it here? You like dwelling in this fucking place? That means you are part of the problem, man. You're not sighing and crying. You're wicked. You okay with being at the bottom? You okay with, man? That means you okay with the wickedness that goes on here. You know, man. These Jakes gotta go, man. And I mean, man. I mean, hey, it is what it is. It's only for the elect. Only the elected. That's what we, you know. Let's go to. I'm just bouncing around. Just gonna be a quick one, man. Because our people are just out of that, man. So like, yeah, I'm thinking. This is Let me get Jacob's trouble. Let me get 30. What 30 and 7? This is Jeremiah chapter 30 and 7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. For it shall come to pass in that day, saith Yahweh of hosts, that I will break his yoke from off thy neck, and will burst thy bonds, and strangers shall no more serve themselves of him. But they shall serve Yahweh, their power, and David, their king, whom I will raise up unto them. So you talking about you don't want Jacob's trouble and rule. Hey, you talking about all this, you don't want Jacob. I mean, it's going to be rough. We're going to go through some shit. Hey, we're going to be uncomfortable. We're going to lose things. We're going to be out there. We're going to be on the run. We're going to be persecuted. But all of that is worth it because, hey, this shit is going down, man. This kingdom is coming down, man. The Lord is going to release us, man. The Lord is going to come get us, man. Through the midst of all of that, we are going to actually see the Lord showcase his power, man. So, you know, you Jakes don't, hey, that's just somebody who don't see the big picture, man. He don't get it. I mean, the mysteries are not revealed unto them. This is Matthew 13 and 10. Who have ears to ear, who has ears to hear, let him hear. And the disciples came and said unto him, Why speakest thou unto them in parables? He answered and said unto them, Because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given. You know? So that dude don't see the bigger picture because the Lord don't want him. You know, that dude is marked. You know, and many guys like that. Many Israelites are like that. There's going to be a lot of dead Israelites, you know, doing this transition of kingdom, man. A lot of you Jakes in America are not going to make it, man, because y'all too far gone, man. You know, you don't even see yourself in a rulership position. You think this is a joke, man. You know? You like kissing a white man's ass. And yeah, you're right. You damn sure we don't serve the same God. Because the spirit that you in, you think the so-called white man is God. Yeah, nigga, you right. We don't serve the same God. Because when you saying you want Jacob, you don't want Jacob's trouble, that means you okay with this current kingdom and Esau kicking your ass. Esau, the heathen, ruling over you. You okay with this, man. You okay with the women running your ass over. You okay with disorder, darkness. So you goddamn right we don't serve the same God, man. You niggas are wicked, man. So, man, let me find something. Let me see, it was in Psalms. Zephaniah chapter 2 and 3. I'm going to start at 2. Start at 1. Zephaniah chapter 2 and 1. Gather yourselves together, yea, gather together, O nation not desired, which is talking about the Israelites. Before the decree bring forth, before the day pass as the chaff, before the fierce anger of Yahweh come upon you, before the day of Yahweh's anger come upon you. Seek ye Yahweh, all ye meek of the earth, which have wrought his judgment. Seek righteousness, seek meekness. It may be ye shall be hid in the day of Yahweh's anger. You know, we trying to be here. This is what we want, because, hey, it got to come to pass, man. You know, it got to come, man. You know, so because the Lord is going to release us, man. The Lord is going to redeem us, man. So all this destruction has to come to pass, man. That's a Jake that don't see the big picture, man. The elect and the 1/3, the ones that's able to get this truth, we see the bigger picture, man. You know? So, man, this truth really, you Jakes don't want to grow up, man. You know? But anyway, man, you know, hey, man, it's time, man. Hey, I'm not surprised. I'm not fazed by these Jakes that don't believe. You know, you niggas can stay here and die, man. You know, we want rulership, man. I want rulership. I want spiritual power. I want the Lord to lift up a standard. You know, it's time to get the fuck out of here, man. You niggas want to stay here. Y'all can die here, man. So, you know, just a quick one, man. You know, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh. Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Rakah Kadash, Shalom, Kwam Yashala, and Abad Babal.